no words in there at all. That was a joke. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. You got to keep your sense of humor. This is heavy, right? It's very heavy. Okay. So what did they do? That building the Wyoming we want. Okay, building the Wyoming we want, and the High Plains Initiative. This is a nonprofit public-private partnership. It's a C3, a 501c3, but it's funded. The majority of their funding comes from, what do you think? The governor's office and your redevelopment agency, right? You're paying for it, but it's private. What do they say on their website? These guys are so sneaky. They say on their website, they've got a little facts thing for you, right? Little facts, FAQs. Frequently asked questions. Where does your funding come from? They say, we do not take any federal funding. Well, we didn't ask you that. Oh, yeah, you didn't take federal, but you're taking it from the state. You just conveniently didn't mention that. And if we get federal funding, well, we're going to take that too. Yeah, they try to get HUD grants. Lincoln County tried to get a HUD grant. They didn't catch the brass ring this time, but they'll get it next time. These grants are from HUD, Department of Energy, DOT, EPA. Ring a bell? They were all on the President's Council on Sustainable Development. Every one of them, okay? This is what it's about. This is the Partnership for Sustainable Communities. This is what they call it, Partnership for Sustainable Communities. I'm going to read you something quick here, because I want you to know this. This is from the United Nations. It's published by the United Nations. It's the future of local Agenda 21 in the new millennium, okay? A little piece of this. The guy who wrote this was an advisor to the President's Council on Sustainable Development, and he was also the chief planner at the city of Seattle. What did he say here? He says, check this out. Listen to this. Participating in a UN-advocated planning process would very likely bring out many of the conspiracy-fixated groups and individuals in our society, such as the National Rifle Association, citizens' militias, and some members of Congress. This segment of our society who fear one world government and a UN invasion of the United States, through which our individual freedom would be stripped away, would actively work to defeat any elected official who joined the conspiracy by undertaking local Agenda 21. So, we call our processes something else, such as comprehensive planning, growth management, or smart growth. You got that? You getting it? All right. Building the Wyoming we want. I want you to know you are being so snowed, you are being ripped off, you are being insulted, you are being taken advantage of, and your money is being stolen from you, and so is your land, and so is your sovereignty and your freedom. And this is the real deal. So here it is. This is building the Wyoming we want. This is their values and priorities study. This is what you Wyomings think. Wyomingites, or whatever you are. Okay? Check it out. Y'all cowboys. I know, the y'all's one. I just came from somewhere.
Say past tense.
Okay, I just want to tell you, let me, now, I hope I'm not talking too long, because I'm not done, and I hope you just sit here.
Keep going.
All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I'm here. I came all the way here because I want to be here. So, one of the advisors to the Building the Wyoming We Want is the director of the Rutles House Institute of Environment and Natural Resources at the University of Wyoming at Laramie. Now, who was Rutles House? Do you remember? He was the first director of the Environmental Protection Agency. The first director of the Environmental Protection Agency under Nixon, right? He was appointed by Nixon, okay? So, what else? He was on the United Nations Commission for Environment and Development. Yeah, he was on that commission that defined sustainable development. He was the only American on that United Nations Commission. Okay, what else? What else? He was on the President's Council on Sustainable Development. What else? He partnered with Maurice Strong, who, as you remember, was the Secretary General of the United Nations World Commission on Environment and Development. He partnered with him personally in a partnership where they bought up hundreds of thousands of acres in Colorado below the Sangre de Cristo Mountains because there was a huge aquifer there. And they attempted to sell all of that water. They did that to buy that water. Now, is that sustainable? These guys, this is about the money. It's about power, influence, and control. So that's the Rutles House Institute. So they were advisors to your building the Wyoming we want. Okay? So they tell you, what do they say? What does Wyoming want? This is their survey. What do you want? What do you want? Here's what you want. You want smart growth. Affordable housing, by the way. Affordable housing is a racket. It's a racket. It's a way to manipulate and steal your dollars. It's often vacant. It is for profit, but you pay for it. It allows for higher density in downtown areas. It's supposed to be mixed income, but it's not. Oftentimes it's vacant, actually. But it doesn't matter because it's really about the subsidies. The developer got the money. If it's sitting there vacant, it doesn't matter. So this is what they're telling you. You want affordable housing in the center of your town, and you want density. That's what it says here. You want density. And it says that you have to be manipulated. And the way to manipulate you is by using economic worry. Yeah, you're supposed to be worried about the economy, and they're giving you the answer. It's high density, urban development, smart growth in the center of your town. What else do they tell you? They say you need that elected officials, this is for leaders, for the elected officials to read. It says it's up to them to educate residents regarding the benefits of more compact development. It says density is a dirty word. Don't use that. Use walkable communities and affordable housing. That sounds good. Okay? This is how they're doing it. So it's the same plan. I told you, it's the same plan. Here's my plan in San Francisco. It's Plan Bay Area, One Bay Area. Here's the Hanoi 2030 regional plan, Hanoi, Vietnam. Same plan. Same plan, Hanoi, Vietnam. So, by the way, you got redevelopment. They're telling you it's good. Redevelopment, they're telling you it's a good thing. It is not a good thing. It is designed to impoverish you. This plan is designed to impoverish us. It is designed to make us completely dependent on government. It is designed to destroy our economy. This is one way it's done, through redevelopment. And this is a book. You can get this free download. It's got cartoons and pictures. It's very easy to understand how redevelopment is used to collapse your economy and enrich a few people. So it's the unelected. Okay, so what we're looking at is regional government, right? We know that we have city, county, state, and federal, right? But this plan is global, regional, neighborhood. That's how it's designed. The regional boards are unelected, and they are the shadow government. And it's sold to you as an economic driver. If you want to be economically sustainable, if you want to be able to compete, you're going to have to be in a region, identifying a region, okay? So, what's that about? You know, smart growth is not just a design style, it's an ideology. It's called new urbanism, and it's anti-rural. If you go on the Earth First, I was just in Maine not that long ago, Maine. If you go on their website, Earth First, what does it say on there? It says, visualize industrial collapse. Oh, that sounds good to me. So you're going to look at transit villages, transit-oriented development. That's what it's called. You're going to see it called, I told you, they don't call it Agenda 21. Climate action plans, visioning for sustainable development, livable communities, complete streets, transit villages. These are all public-private partnerships. These visioning meetings are rigged. I know you know that. They're rigged. And you know what? They get you because it's one property at a time, one property owner at a time, one business owner at a time. And you think, well, that's not